You will get to that point in your journey where your fantasy will collide with reality. This is the point where the journey actually begins. Stay with me. I know we all started out the year with our New Year resolutions and our plans. And perhaps now we're starting to get discouraged because we're falling behind, we're falling off, we're losing momentum. I want you to pause, because where you are right now, where you are, is exactly where you're supposed to be. You see, many of us love ourselves enough to decide to change our lives. Deciding to change your life is easy, actually. Dreaming of doing it, fantasizing of who you will become when everything is different is very easy. But not a lot of people stick around to find out what that decision is actually going to cost. They don't stay around for that long. They fall off. Because the moment you stop fantasizing about change and start doing the thing itself, reality is going to introduce you to something called resistance and its sibling, friction. And it's at this point that people decide, nope, can't do this anymore. And really, can we blame them? They fall off, understandably, when they see how hard it is to keep on showing up without validation, to keep on putting all of yourself into a void that never gives back anything in return, to keep on trying and trying and trying and trying, and you're met with cosmic indifference. Reality will make you realize how tasking it is on your nervous system to keep doing what you know you should do, even when reward doesn't show up on demand. And at this point, most people just turn on themselves. They say things like, yep, this is telling me something about my limits. This is telling me that I've only ever been a dreamer and not a doer. This is the reason why I have never made it in life. That conclusion is very wrong. Because you see where you're standing right now? This is a checkpoint. This is a threshold. This is a point that is woven into the path itself, because not everybody can pass it. And at this point, at this threshold, you're being forced to make a negotiation, to make a deal, because every meaningful path is nothing but a series of deals and negotiations and agreements. So reality will ask you a simple question. Do you want this badly enough? Do you want this badly enough to endure friction without retreating? Can you go on boring repetition without praise? Can you keep on putting in efforts without reassurance, without validation? And most people will say no. But if your answer is yes, reality will tell you one thing: prove it. And the proof, my dear friend, is persistence. Can you persist when the motivation has worn off? When the excitement has died? Can you keep on going when your fantasy and your dreams cannot power your momentum anymore? Are you willing to keep going when quitting would relieve the pressure that you're feeling right now in your nervous system? Will you refuse to back out when the cost of your journey becomes visible? This is where the separation happens. This is where the wheat gets separated from the chaff. You are special because you do not quit here. You are special because at this point, you keep going even harder. You are special because you stay where others have decided this is too much. You are special because you're hungry. I can see it in your eyes. If you persist through this stretch, if you trudge along, if you do not lose your momentum, if your resolve becomes stronger because you know what you want and you know you can get it, something irreversible is going to happen. You will get to a point where you are no longer negotiating with resistance. You will get to a point where you do not need validation and reassurance before you show up and do what you know you need to do to get to the next level. You will get to a point where you stop asking, is this worth it? Because you know that it's worth it. And from that point onward, reality will have no other choice but to bend in your favor, but to bend to your will. Reality has no choice but to respond to you differently, because you've proven it to yourself. My dear friend, keep going. Do not slow down. Do not retreat. I needed to hear this. And if you've stayed up till this point, then you needed to hear this too. See you on the other side.